Subway, fix it. Please subscribe to our channel. Hello everyone, today we're going to continue the second part of The Lion King. So welcome back to Subway Fix It. So we're going to continue the part where we left from. So let's start then. As you remember last time the page was never come back. So we're going to continue from the next page. Scar watched Simba run. Then he sent the hyenas after him. The hyenas chased Simba to the border of the Prairie Lands. The cub divided into a thicket of thorns at the edge of a great desert. Hyenas looked at the sharp thorns, then at the desert. The cub won't last a day out there, Shanzi declared. Simba ran until he could run no more. The thirsty cub collapsed on the sand. Vultures circled him hungrily, but Timon the meerkat and his fat friend Pumbaa the warthog chased away the vultures. Simba woke up in their jungle home. Where are you from? I asked. Simba sighed. It doesn't matter. I can't go back. What did you do, kid? Pumbaa wondered. Something terrible, Simba replied. Timon shrugged. Who cares? You've got to put the past behind you. Hakuna matata. What? Simba asked. Hakuna matata. Timon repeated. It means no worries. That's the motto we live by. And here's what we live on. Timon showed Simba a wiggly insect. Simba watched Pumbaa eat a grub, slimy but satisfying. The warthog said with a burp. Simba frowned, but he ate the big grub. Then the cub smiled and said, Hakuna matata. In the months that followed, Simba ate many grubs and grew into a full-sized lion. Most of the time he was happy with his friends Timon and Pumbaa, yet he missed his mother and often thought of his father. One night, as they gazed up at the stars, Simba remembered what his father had told him. He wondered if the great kings of the past really were looking down from those stars. Simba felt very alone. The next day, Simba heard Timon scream. The young lion raced to the rescue. A hungry lioness was about to pounce on Pumbaa, who was stuck under a log. Timon bravely was trying to protect him. Simba gave a mighty roar and leapt at the lioness. But just as they began to fight, Simba recognized his old friend. Nala, he gasped in disbelief. The lioness looked deep into the eyes of the handsome young lion and whispered, Simba, Scar told us you were dead. Nala told Simba how terrible things were now that King Scar and his hyenas ruled the Prairie Lands. There was no food or water, and many of the animals had fled. But you can come back and become king. Then everything will be alright again, Nala said. I'm no king, Simba said angrily. But that night, Rafiki the baboon came to Simba and promised to bring him to his father. When Simba looked up at the stars, he heard a familiar voice. Simba, his father asked, you have forgotten me? Simba gasped, no, how could I? You have forgotten who you are and so forgotten me. The ghostly voice continued, look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life. Simba knew his father was right. His friends returned with him to the Prairie Lands. Back at Prairie Rock, King Scar was angry with Zahraa for not finding food. Suddenly, Scar heard a great roar. He couldn't believe his eyes. Mufasa? It can't be you. You're dead. But Zahraa recognized her son. Simba, she softly said. I've come to take my place as king, Simba roared, but Scar would not back down so easily. Simba leaped at Scar, but the villain slipped away instead. The hyenas rushed at Simba. Pride Rock echoed with their hyenas' laughter as the hyenas forced Simba to the edge of a cliff. Scar walked up to the exhausted young lion. Your daddy isn't here to save you this time, Scar taunted. Then he pushed Simba off the cliff. Simba's claws scrambled for a hold on the steep slope. This looks familiar, Scar sneered. Yes, I remember. Just the way your father looked before I killed him. At last, Simba knew the truth. With a mighty roar, he leapt at Scar. Meanwhile, Timon, Pumbaa, and the lioness had chased the hyenas off Pride Rock. When Simba sent Scar flying over the cliff, the villain yawned in the mob of hungry hyenas. They cackled cruelly. Finally, they had a meal fit for a king, or a king fit for a meal. Simba thanked his friends. Then he walked to the top of Pride Rock. His roar echoed through the highlands. The rightful king had taken his throne. The plains were soon lush and green again. The animals returned, and the hunting was good once more. Simba knew that a king must have a queen, so of course he chose the beautiful Nala. Before long, the animals came from far and near across the dusty African plain. This time, they came to greet the firstborn cub of Simba and Queen Nala. Wise old Rafiki stood at the edge of Pride Rock and held up the cub for all to see. The elephants trumped and the zebras whined for joy as the future Lion King joined the great circle of life. Now it's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it.